What are the 7 deadly sins in Naruto? Everyone in the real world has suffered with the 7 deadly sins at least once. It's human nature to succumb to such nuisances, and they even trickle down to the world of fiction, evident on how certain Naruto characters embody the 7 deadly sins. The first being sloth. The easy answer to put this sin towards to is for Shikamaru. It was presented early on in the story that he is not one to try in any given event, unless prompted to, claiming everything to be a drag, even for the minimalist of efforts. But once he puts his mind towards his responsibilities, he has been able to secure victories, such as his fight against Tamari and his get back on Hidan. Going over to lust, I mean, come on. I don't even need to say who this is related to. Jiraiya is literally called Pervy Sage by Naruto throughout majority of their time together. Man really said he was doing research, when in reality, he was opening up a new tab in Ninja Hub. When talking about greed, you can easily slot this onto Tsunade, who's a gambler, and also Kakuzu, seeing that he kills for big bounties. But if you want to go a bit deeper, you can apply this to Orochimaru as well, given that he wants to live forever to obtain life secrets and learning all ninjutsu in the world, having to take the lives of many people to do so. For envy, it can be applied to both Naruto and Sasuke. Naruto with how he made Sasuke his rival because he had all the skills, notoriety, females, etc., while Sasuke is envious of how people get to go home to mommy and daddy. What? There are no other shinobi like Choji who would better fit the role of gluttony, literally eats to its heart contents. Granted, he uses that to his favor at times, like when it comes to fighting Jirobo, which made for an excellent fight overall. Pride is a bit harder for me to pinpoint who would best suit the sin. If I can make a generalization, it could be attributed to essentially all of the Uchiha. They assumed they were the top dogs of the Hidden Leaf Village, so much so that they thought they could take out every other clan while trying to create the coup d'etat. You see why that didn't work out? And finally, when it comes to wrath, you could easily say that it was for the Uchiha as well, but I'm gonna narrow it down to specifically Sasuke. Since the beginning of the show, he was prompted to use his hatred to achieve his goals, whether it be his initial goal to kill Itachi or wanting to murk everyone in the Leaf Village. He intended to use vengeance as a means to get what he wants. I would say he had a terrible upbringing that would lead him to this, but ain't like he can go back to mama and papa to complain. Overall, these sins are plagued throughout the show and in real life. Granted, they are taken to such an extreme in the story of Naruto, but that's because it is a work of fiction. In real life, any of these sins can be of dangerous use. Now, I don't consider myself a Catholic by any means, but I do know that as a Christian, that these would suck to have to deal with. So I caution to take note in how some of the individuals in the show were able to bypass all these sins, like how Shikamaru was able to put his mind to work, how Orochimaru, seemingly, chilled out with wanting to obtain all the world's jutsu, and how Sasuke was able to let go of hatred and start a somewhat loving family. Somewhat. Anyways, what do you guys think of the 7 deadly sins of Naruto? And what other characters would you also apply these sins to? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm the Curly Haired Hokage, and I hope you all have a great and blessed day. Also, shout out to Expert Games for the video idea, as he did this for Dragon Ball Z. Link to that video in the description below.